everyone, it's Ashley and today I'm bringing you a Top 5 Wednesday video. I think this is the first Top 5 Wednesday I have ever done. I could be wrong, but I'm pretty positive I have never done an actual Top 5 Wednesday before. Top 5 Wednesday was created by Lainey over at Ginger Reads Lainey. I will link her channel down below. This week's Top 5 Wednesday topic is top 5 books with hard topics. So the quote-unquote hard is supposed to be illnesses, different challenges. So basically any topic that you think would be a hard topic for an author to write about. The first book on my Top 5 Wednesday list is The Perks of Being a Wallflower by Stephen Chbosky. This book is one of my all-time favorite books. I've read it 5 times, I think. It deals with a lot of issues. It deals with some social anxiety issues. It also deals with a lot of other topics that I can't talk about because it would ruin a lot of plot elements for you. But I found that it dealt with those issues in a way that really expressed how those things could affect you on an emotional, personal, and social level, and how you don't even know that they're affecting you until they've already fully affected your life. And I thought that that was really well done throughout the plot. The next book on my list is Everybody Sees the Ants by A.S. King. This book follows a main character who gets bullied a lot, so the hard topic that I'm talking about with this is definitely bullying. There is a little bit of a magical realism element in this book that I really liked, but I found that it dealt with the topic of bullying and how it can affect you and affect how you react to different situations in a way that was not only easy to comprehend, but also it made it a really good story without making the bullying the only element of the story that mattered, and I thought that that was really well done. I also just love A.S. King as an author in general. I would highly recommend all of her books. They are all very good. I'm going to stay on the topic of bullying but add another hard issue to that with my next pick, and that is 13 Reasons Why by Jay Asher. It follows Hannah as she goes through her high school life being bullied and having that bullying affect her on levels that a lot of people don't fully understand. The catch with this book is that at the beginning of the book you find out that Hannah has already completed suicide, and the narrator of the novel has actually received a bunch of cassette tapes from her describing how she got to the point of completing suicide. So you as a reader already know that she's done it, but throughout the novel you're following all these things that happened to her that led her to that conclusion. And I found that this, quite frankly, is one of my favorite books of all time, and it's probably one of my #1 picks in terms of hard issues being dealt with on a literary level and in a really well done way. I actually think this should be like mandatory reading in high school because it really makes you understand how the things you do on an everyday basis can actually have a snowball effect for a lot of other people without you even realizing it. The next book on my list I actually can't really describe at all, and that is We Were Liars by E. Lockhart. The hard issue that this deals with is something that I actually can't talk about at all in this video because it would destroy the whole book for you if you have not read it. If you have read it, then you know exactly what I'm talking about. If you haven't, I would highly recommend it. It's really short. It's one of those books that people either love or hate. I personally was on the side of loving it. I thought it was well written and dealt with the hard issue I'm talking about quite well. And last but not least, we have The Fault in Our Stars by John Green. The hard issue in this novel is cancer and or illness. The reason I really like this one and I'm including it in this list is actually the same reason that I included a lot of the other books in this list, and it's that it deals with a quote-unquote hard issue, but it deals with it in a way where the hard issue is not the only element to the plot. I'm not a really big fan of books that take illness or mental illness or any kind of quote-unquote hard issue and make that the whole basis of the plot line. I like books like this one where the characters are well developed, they have their own personalities, they grow, they change, and the illness is there and obviously it affects their lives because it would in real life, but it's not the only element of who they are and it's not the only element of the plot that matters. And that is why I chose this, and actually why I chose almost every single book on this list. Okay, so those are my top 5 books that deal with hard issues. If you have any recommendations for me of books that deal with intimidating or hard issues, please leave them in the comments down below. And if you participate in Top 5 Wednesday, please link your video or blog post down below and I'll be sure to check it out. And otherwise, I will see you guys soon with another video. Happy reading. Bye!